Now let's bring in AOC's #1 fan, the man who loves the Democrat Congresswoman so much that he released a song about her. I wish I was kidding, I'm not. Let's cross to the great state of Texas to speak with Blaze TV host Alex Stein. Alex, explain AOC's antics there, and what about Jamaal Bowman? Why are Democrats in New York running a campaign on a ceasefire in Gaza?
Well, I understand why they want a ceasefire because, they get funded by Code Pink and, they have a lot of activist groups that are against the war in Gaza. So it doesn't surprise me that they're basically openly anti-Semitic. But I guess what does kind of surprise me is that you see Jamaal Bowman and you see AOC up there like it's a rap concert, and it's just absolutely insane. Very, I would say, politically cringe, a political cringe, I guess is how I would describe it. And I'm a cringe expert. So I don't know. Maybe they're doing it because they want to be lampooned so they can get more clicks. I don't know why else they would act that way.
And no matter how much they pander to this anti-Israeli crowd, anti-Semitic crowd, it's not enough for the far left. There were protesters there who were chanting that AOC had blood on her hands. AOC, your hands are red. AOC, your hands are red. You can never be loony left enough for the loony left, but I don't know about you, but AOC's antics did remind me of a certain character from The Office.
Blood alone moves the wheels of history. A never-ending fight, I say to you, and you will understand that it is a privilege to fight. We are warriors!
Alex, AOC's antics on that stage, you mentioned she was acting like she was, I don't know, Cardi B at a rap concert. Is that the sort of behaviour that speaks to her demographic, though? Is that going to get her re-elected?
Well, maybe. I mean, it looked like she spent a little time in Union Square at her old bar that she used to work at. It seems like she was about 2 or 3 margaritas deep, if I'm just being honest. And, does that appeal to Americans? Probably so. I mean, I don't know. Young people are very naive, and they probably do want to see politicians that act like JoJo Siwa or act, like it is a pride parade. So, honestly, it's not surprising that, her base is enjoying this, but like I said, I mean, it's hard to watch, and it's just very unserious. And I think that's why Jamaal Bowman right now in his primary, he's polling very underwhelmingly and is probably going to lose. So maybe they feel the pressure, and this is how they act, because I know that for a politician, going viral and getting attention is basically their main job in order to become more popular. So I'm not surprised they're acting crazy and weird like this.
Now, the long-awaited presidential debate is finally happening this week. It's going to be Friday morning our time. Paul Murray and I will be providing commentary on Sky News' digital platforms as soon as the debate is run and won. And Trump has some ideas about how Biden will be preparing for this momentous occasion.
Oh, he's sleeping now because they want to get him good and strong. So a little before debate time, he gets a shot in the ass, and they want to strengthen him up. So he comes out. He'll come out. I say he'll come out all jacked up, right? All jacked up.
What do you think, Alex? Biden certainly does seem to be affected at times. He can go from being completely confused, incoherent, to speed talking. Just listen to these few seconds from the State of the Union address.
Because I invested in farmers' water, led by my Secretary of Agriculture, who knows more about this than anybody I know.
I couldn't speak that quickly. How important is this week's debate? Could it be the undoing of Joe Biden if he performs badly?
Well, I think it's going to be really very extremely important when it comes to this next election because, you know, they did a coin flip to see who would get to do the closing statement, and Joe Biden got to pick which podium he wanted, and he thought that would be more important than doing the last statement. So basically, they're more worried about him walking out there to the podium than they are about what he's going to say. So I think it could be very bad if he trips and falls. It's going to be a stain on our country that we have a president that literally cannot walk up to a podium. And they even said that in Delaware right now that he's actually practicing standing up. So that's where we're at with our presidency, is that we have a president that may not even be able to physically get to the podium. So I think his performance is going to be very weak, and I think Donald Trump should let him speak and metaphorically hang himself and let him lie and let him, just like he said last time that the laptop, Hunter Biden's laptop, was Russian disinformation. That was a lie. So I just think that the best thing for Donald Trump is to let Joe Biden speak and let the American people see how incoherent and how dull of a person that, unfortunately, Joe Biden has become.
And I think he should remind everybody of the absolute lies, verifiable lies, things that Biden knew were lies at the last debate, because you'll recall he claimed that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. He knew perfectly well it was real, and it revealed all sorts of information about the entire Biden family's business dealings. Tell me more about the rules of this debate. You mentioned who gets to speak last and picking the podium. They don't have a crowd there, and I think they're cutting off the mics in between answers. It seems to be set up to assist Biden to do a little bit better, because what Trump's particularly good at is that banter and throwing someone off by interjecting.
Yeah, they're going to make it where there's as little improvisation as possible, and they want this thing as scripted and as easy because the mainstream media wants to prop up Joe Biden. So, listen, they're not going to throw any fastballs at Joe Biden. They're going to make it soft toss, underhand, as easy as possible. But sadly, I still think Joe Biden's going to perform horribly. And I hope we go back to the Donald Trump of 2016 where he said he was going to put Hillary Clinton in jail. And I hope that he has that bravado and doesn't pull any punches, because Trump really, really, really needs to come out swinging. And I think it's so important, this first debate, to set the tone for the rest of the campaign.
I tell you, Biden is almost Trump's kryptonite when it comes to these debates, because he's often just, I don't know, either doesn't comprehend or isn't impacted by the jibes that Trump throws his way. So I don't know. I think he's so focused on those questions that he's practiced in his head, and I'm sure they are putting him absolutely through the ringer right now, making sure he gets those answers word perfect, like some sort of a Hollywood actor preparing for a performance. It's going to be fascinating to see. Friday morning, our time. Now, Alex, you've got a history of taking on all sorts of lefties losing it. We've seen you attend a Gays for Palestine rally that didn't go all so well, and also Antifa. You've been interacting with them.
God, guys, I'm so scared. The Antifa, they brought their squirt guns. Did this mess up your arts and crafts time? I'm so scared. He's got his gun. I'm so happy you're protecting these children so they can go get indoctrinated and go in there for transgender story time. You're such a good American. These are the real cowards. I think they're so tough. I'm primetime 99 Alex Stein, and I love y'all.
I keep warning you every week. I don't know why you keep flirting with danger. Are you not scared of being physically assaulted? You have already been physically assaulted, but I mean, those people are not always balanced, Alex.
No, they're not. And they're on 10 million different sort of medications, whether it's hormone blockers or Lord knows what. And, you know, and no, but let's be real. You know, those guns, I said they're squirt guns, though, those are real guns. Yet those are the same people that want to take away gun rights in America, that want to.
Are they real guns?
Amendment. Those are real. Those are real guns. I'm not even kidding. No, and supposedly there's a law in Texas where you're not supposed to wear a mask and carry. No, those are real guns, Rita. In Dallas, in Texas, that was actually in Denton, but you can walk around with a gun like that in Texas. And, you know, those guys are such cowards that's them defending a drag queen story time at a local bookstore. So that's where we're at, is like these people, they kind of want that moment to engage. Like they wanted to put on those masks. They wanted to go there and try to be tough guys with their guns. But when you go get in their face, they're really all cowards. So, you know, I don't know how else to compete with these people other than to mock them, because they're indoctrinating all of our children. They're turning our country incredibly weak and soft. So I feel like trying to use humor and make fun of them to their face is the only way that we can actually, you know, I guess bring attention to this subject in kind of a lighthearted way.
No, you are very impactful indeed. I just fear for your physical safety. Before you go, we saw climate cult extremists launch this protest, I guess you'd call it, at the 18th hole at the Travellers Championship. It did not go well for them. Alex, they were roundly abused verbally by the fans. Their regular folk are just sick of these extremists' antics and the sense of entitlement they have to disrupt anything.
Yes, and Rita, everybody talks about climate change. They're trying to paint Stonehenge orange. They have every politician on their side. I mean, they're making every car electric. What are these people? We got climate change awareness. What more can these people want? They're sick. And then last thing I want to say, Scotty Scheffler won the tournament, went to my high school here in Dallas, Texas, Highland Park High School. So fellow Scotty, congratulations for winning, Scotty.
Another Texan doing great things. Alex Stein, we love talking to you. Thanks for your time this evening.
Thank you, Rita. Always a pleasure.